Welcome. If you or a loved one rely on a disabled parking placard here in Oklahoma, it's way more than just a piece of plastic hanging from your rearview mirror, right? It's literally your peace of mind. It means knowing you can safely and conveniently get to exactly where you need to go, whether you're the one behind the wheel or just along for the ride. So today, we're breaking down exactly how to renew that vital credential without the usual stress.
Okay, let's dive right into this. The official Oklahoma Driver Manual outlines all the physical disability parking rules in Chapter 9. And yeah, I know, government manuals can feel like a giant puzzle of bureaucratic jargon. But don't worry, we're going to be your guide today. This explainer is all about bypassing the headaches and giving you the straightforward, actionable steps you need to handle this like an absolute pro.
So here's our quick roadmap for today's explainer. We're going to cover the value of your placard, who's actually eligible to renew, and run through a simple step-by-step renewal guide. Then we'll hit common mistakes to avoid, share some insider tips for success, and wrap the whole thing up with a quick FAQ.
All right, Section 1, the value of your placard. Before we start digging into the paperwork, let's just take a quick second to remember why keeping this credential active is so absolutely crucial to your daily life. Think about it like this. Keeping a placard is really about convenience, accessibility, and peace of mind for those with physical limitations. Honestly, keeping it up to date isn't just checking a box for the state. It's securing your legal entitlement to accessible spaces. It's what makes navigating your world freely actually possible. In the real world, having an active placard is a real game changer. It lets you park in legally designated accessible spaces, which gets you significantly closer to building entrances. And let's be real, that directly reduces painful physical strain. Plus, depending on where you are locally, a valid placard can actually get you waivers on metered parking fees and even exempt you from certain strict time limits. Pretty amazing, right? Moving on to Section 2. Who is eligible to renew? Now that we know exactly why you want to keep those fantastic benefits, let's look at what it takes to keep them active.
So, your renewal rules are going to depend entirely on the type of placard you have. Temporary placards are valid for up to 6 months, and when they expire, you actually have to submit a totally new application. Permanent placards, on the flip side, are good for a full 5 years. But hey, don't let the word permanent fool you. When that 5-year mark hits, you absolutely still need a brand new medical certification from your doctor to get it renewed.
Okay, so what actually qualifies you? Well, Oklahoma law is super specific here. Qualifying conditions include an inability to walk 200 feet without resting, needing portable oxygen, a Class 3 or 4 heart condition, severe arthritic or neurological limits, or legal blindness. To put that into perspective, imagine a driver who literally relies on portable oxygen just to get through a grocery run, or someone with severe arthritis who simply can't walk 200 feet across a blazing hot parking lot without excruciating pain. Those are the real-life situations these placards are meant to help with. All right, Section 3, Step-by-Step Renewal Guide. I know dealing with state offices can make anyone a little anxious, but we're going to break this whole bureaucratic process down into a few incredibly easy steps. Step 1 is super simple. Just complete Section 1 of the official form DPS 302DC. That's just your basic personal info, address, driver's license number. Step 2, have your physician fill out their certification in Section 2. And Step 3, just submit the whole thing to Service Oklahoma. Honestly, if you just gather your ID and your old placard number before you start, this whole process is an absolute breeze. Now, timing is everything here. The magic number to remember is 60. You have a maximum window of exactly 60 days between the time your doctor signs that form and when you actually submit it. If you miss that deadline, no way around it, the state will reject it and you'll have to start all over. But once you do submit it on day 0, whether that's online, by mail, or in person, processing usually takes about 10 to 20 days. Okay, let's look at Section 4, Common Mistakes to Avoid. We're shifting gears a bit because even the simplest processes have pitfalls that'll delay your application, and we want to make sure you're approved on the very first try. So here's a serious question for you. What do you think happens if you wait too long, your placard expires, but you just decide to keep hanging it from your mirror while you wait for the new one to arrive? Kind of seems harmless enough, right? Well, actually, scratch that. Doing that will literally cost you. Using an expired placard or letting someone else use yours when you aren't physically in the car is a straight-up misdemeanor in Oklahoma, and it carries a fine of up to $500. So yeah, procrastination carries a real legal risk. Definitely start that renewal process 60 days before your current one expires. Aside from just missing the expiration date,
What are the other big application killers? Submitting an outdated version of the form is a huge one. Always make sure you're using the most current version of Form 302DC. Another one? Forgetting to have your doctor actually sign it, or missing their medical license number. Oh, and a quick reminder. Even with a totally valid placard, you can never, ever park in fire lanes or those cross-hatched access aisles. Those literally have to stay clear for wheelchair ramps at all times. Moving right along to Section 5, Insider Tips for Success. Let's lighten the mood a bit and talk strategy, because I've got some really valuable, lesser-known advice to help speed up your renewal. First up, you've got to know about the one replacement rule. Oklahoma is super strict on anti-fraud. If your 5-year placard gets lost, stolen, or destroyed, you're allowed exactly one simple replacement per active term. You just fill out Section 1. But if you lose it a second time within that same 5 years, you're out of luck for the quick fix. You'll be forced to go get a completely new medical evaluation and start from scratch. So definitely keep it safe. Now, if you're looking to fast-track things, you've got some pretty awesome modern options. You can use Service Oklahoma's online Navigate portal. It's so convenient, you fill out your part online, and the system literally emails the form straight to your doctor for an electronic handoff. Or consider telehealth services. Platforms like ParkingMD can evaluate your condition over video chat right from your couch and then email you an approved signed form in like 24 to 48 hours. Seriously, no waiting rooms required. And that brings us to Section 6, Frequently Asked Questions. We're in the home stretch, so let's do a rapid-fire Q&A to clear up any lingering questions. Okay, let's run through a few quick ones. Can out-of-state visitors use their placards in Oklahoma? Yep, for sure. Oklahoma totally honors valid out-of-state placards. Next, is there a fee to renew? Nope, standard placards are 100% free of charge. And lastly, do you really need a doctor to renew a permanent placard? Yes, you do. Every 5 years, you legally need a new medical certification to prove you still meet the mobility criteria. Finally, we'll wrap up this explainer with a quick but super important disclaimer. State laws, processes, and fees can always change, so please be sure to verify the most current regulations directly with Service Oklahoma. But let me leave you with this. Knowing how simple and accessible this whole renewal process actually is, especially with things like telehealth and online portals right at your fingertips, what's stopping you from taking just 10 minutes today to secure your peace of mind for the next 5 years? Go get that form started.